Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia, or more specifically Kamloops, BC. Welcome to my YouTube. Remember that if you have not subscribed before, make sure you hit this button that's just down about here, hit that bell and you get notified immediately. Or what you could do is, I know that some of you are joining me on Facebook, whether it's through my Facebook page or my Facebook group. Basically, welcome. I'm humbled that I do have different people on here. Every Thursday, or almost every Thursday, I come on with my now what. What do we do now with this particular product? And sometimes I look at stamp sets and I have that same feeling with it. Unfortunately, today I wanted to do something else, but my product didn't arrive, so I will be showing you that next week. So at least I don't have to think about next week. But today what I wanted to do was show you a stamp set and you go, oh, I don't know exactly what to do with this stamp set. And it's not a tough one. It's a sentiment stamp set, but I like to be able to show you something to give like a neat card. I'm using also some Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper there as well. Remember, this is part of a live, so if I am talking with different people and you don't like that, what you can do is you can just scoot on by and you can basically just go ahead and ignore that part. All right, so, and also at the end, stick around at the end. I said I was going to do 3D things, but it looks like when I grabbed this box, it was mainly cards. So I'll show you some more cards that I got when I was down in Brisbane and a couple of 3D projects. The other 3D projects are in a bigger box. So I'll bring that down and show you that on Saturday. Anyways, let's get going. Hello, Andrea. So let's go down here. Now, have you seen this with you in mind? Stamp set. This is actually a $1 Million winner, and this is from Julie Davidson. I always go, they're really too big, so I don't know exactly what to do with them. So I'm just going to show you, we're going to do maybe 3 very, very simple cards that are great cards to show new stampers if they don't know how to do it. I'm not going to be using any of these little figures, but they work great as well on there. All right, so there's this. It is a photopolymer stamp set, so I am going to, let's see, I have this one. I'm hoping that this will work okay with on here. Yeah, it'll be okay. And then I'm thinking of you is that much bigger again, so it's going to have to go on to the bigger stamp. But what a nice thinking of you stamp. And of course, what are we going to do with it? Of course, we're going to do some embossing with it as well. Now, I think I'll do a very easy thank you card as well. You'll get the gist of this as we get going. Hello, Pam. Awesome. So, this paper, I was really quite shocked. Your Thoughtful Wishes, I believe it is. Anyways, it's retiring. But Thoughtful Journey, this designer series paper, this is that really pretty designer series paper. It is not on the discontinued list. And so I thought, I'm shocked that it isn't because of the color, wild wheat on here. Because that is completely sold out. So is the boho blue as well. But I want to show you just some simple cards, just doing that and using these big, big stamps. And so it doesn't take away from the beautiful paper that's involved with it. So some of the ones, I probably have pulled out my favorite ones. These are my 3 favorite that I've got. This designer series paper. This is the one I like, and I also like this one. And they're all kind of different color palettes. So this one here, let's go, and I'm going to go with this one first. So I'm just coming in here, and this is a 3 3/4, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. And I think I thought of putting that on, I'm not even sure what color I was going to put that on. Let me just see what I kind of had figured out here. I know I was going to do this and the pretty peacock on there. Whoops, that's too big of a piece. So it's just like that. So we have that one. Then I have this one. This one's such a pretty one. And it goes great with the mossy meadow. This is Petunia Pop, but I'm going to put it on with Pretty Peacock. And then I have this one that is going to go on here. And I thought this would go really good with, and I don't have it cut properly, is the Pretty Peacock. So I'm just going to actually go in and cut this. This is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. And like I say, I'm really shocked this isn't on the discontinued list. It might be on a list, but it's not in the in when you go into ordering. Okay, so we have these. Like I say, there's lots of different ones on there, but you can see, oh wow, these have got some excellent different colors in here, and we can play around with doing a little bit with it. So let's go with probably the easiest one, and that's just a thank you. And I'm thinking that I'm going to go and I'm going to stamp this. We're going to do it with white embossing powder, just so that it does show up on these darker colors. So of course we're going to come in with our embossing buddy. Hello, Colleen. Yeah, so next week it's going to be a bit of a, it's a little bit different. I'm going to do, let's do a thank you on that particular one. So I'm just going to come in, I'm just going to stamp this with the Versamark. I'm not going to have too many embellishments on here. I know which embellishments I kind of want to use. Now I probably won't find them, just because let's see, just bear with me here. I'm trying to get a lot of my stuff organized into the retirement stuff, but I'm finding that it's not going as fast as what I wanted it to go. So it was these ones that I thought would go really good, but of course I don't have any of those colors on there. So we're going to have to also come in. The Pretty Peacock would go really good on there. And a lot of these embellishments are retiring on here, so we can just go ahead and use up what we've got. All right, so I'm just going to come in on this one, and I'm just going to do a thank you. And this could be put on any of them as it is. Just going to come in. We'll just heat set that. And like I say, we kind of have to do it, these colors, with embossing, just so that it does kind of show up. So we just get this heat set up here. But like I say, sometimes these big words are really hard to use. They're harder to use than the smaller words. But hopefully this will help you with doing something like that. So I'm going to come in with my 2-inch punch. We're just going to punch that. See how that can go just on there. We could come in with a 2 1/4 inch punch and do like a, and let's maybe do that if I can grab it very quickly. Or 2 3/8 inch. Anyways, I'm going to come in and I'll take some Pretty Peacock. And of course, I don't have enough of it here. And then we'll just cut out a circle. And you'll just see how easy this really is, putting this together. Punches are amazing. So here we go here. Just going to put that on there and see how easy that is and just goes. So I'm just going to put this on with dimensionals. And I always say you do need to have some twine or something with it. So just like this. I'm just going to come on, put some of my seal on it. And I do happen to have, let's put this all together. Yeah, my order was supposed to be here today. Then I got notification that it got turned around and got changed. You will want to watch next month's or next week's. Also, like I say, stay tuned. I'll show you some more of my swaps. I did get some beautiful swaps, so. This. Oops, just going to come on. We're just going to loop this. Just like so. You know what? That was a spare piece. So I'm going to just take that off and I'll use this. Like I say, I'm so happy that this has not retired. I happen to really, really like using this. So I'm just going to come around, cut this off, put this onto here. And then it can just go right like that. Let's just stick this underneath. You know what? I think I'm going to have to put some more dimensionals on there to hold this down. So, see how that picks up the color of the flower there. And then we're just going to come in. It can go really good if we go and put some of these gems on there, or let's go ahead and put the pretty peacock gems on there. Right. And there we go. So, simple card, right? Then we also have, let's go ahead and use this one. So it shows you other things that you could do with this. So we have this, and the same layering that's on there. So let's go ahead and put that onto there. Like I say, really shocked that this designer series paper hasn't retired. This is just going to go on here like so. Now, what we can do is I have, I've gone ahead and I've cut out, oh, and I cut out the wrong colors. So this was going to go on here like this. I guess this was going to go there, but this is going to go, we could turn around and do the coloring on here. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't really like that. So I'm going to actually come on and I'm going to use another one. And I'll just cut it into a rectangle. So this was, let's just see the size of this rectangle is 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. And 3 1/4, 1 3/4, no, 1 1/4, 1 3/4. All right. So then we're going to go ahead and what we can do is we can cut this out. We could do whatever we want with it. The happy birthday is not near as big as the other one. So I'm just going to come in here, and all I'm doing is using this because it's giving a bit of a cushion for the photopolymer. But I'm going to come in with my pretty peacock. And this could be cut down just a bit more. So it just shows that you don't have to do that with the embossing. Let's just go ahead. Oh, I got that on there crooked. Oh, let's try that again. So let's turn that over. And I'm just going to trim that down just a bit so it doesn't take up too much of the designer series paper. Now what we can also do is turn around and see how this is just going to go on here. Or we could have done this also in the Mossy Meadow, and that might have been really a lot nicer with gold on it. Let's see how that would look. Yeah, I think that is better. So let me just quickly clean that off. And we're just actually going to cut this. So I'm just going to see how big this is. 1.5 by 3.25. This might be a little tougher to get set up. So I'm going to come in with my Versamark, and we're going to use gold on here. But I just wanted to show you how versatile any sentiment stamp is. A great stamp to have anyways, but ones that just have really simple sayings on there are amazing. So I'll start showing within the next week a bunch of the new stuff in the new catalog. Who's excited for the new catalog? I know I sure am. There's some in there that I'm really looking forward to getting. You could only purchase certain ones, but there's some beautiful stamp sets. We're using some of the new online exclusives also for Your Creativity Awaits and the other. Oops, let's just get that there. And this is just going to go on here. You know what? Let's just change this. It looks so rigid, right? So I'm just going to come in with my little snips. And let's just come in and just whoops, didn't want to distress it up quite that much. There we go. And then I am also going to go ahead, see how pretty that looks on there. I am actually going to go ahead and I am going to use this linen thread again. I'm just celebrating that we have it returning. We don't have that much ribbon, so it's one of those things that you want to be able to use something that's fairly versatile. So I'm just doing actually a double bow on this. Oops, I should cut this. And like this. Just pull this one down. There we go. And then this can go on there. All right, so let's put that on. Oh, yes. With your new catalog, you mean the new one or your pre-order that's come in, Andrea? I know, you say I've gotten a lot of my pre-order already, because I've got to get my classes done before I go away again. Contemplated not going, but I decided I'm gonna go. So this, we're kind of keeping that color up there. And of course we would finish the inside of our cards as well. All right, so let's just come in here. Oops. Now, like I say, we've used happy birthday, we've used thank you. Now, I think this is one of my, whoops. There we go. And then, so there's that one, there's that one. Now, who'd think that those were those big ones that we were having problems with doing stuff with? Now what I want to do is this thinking of you. This whole thing just reminds me so much of thinking of you. So I've gone and I put it on Pretty Peacock. So I'm actually going to just put that right on there. I'll probably try to use my twine again on here. Your pre-order, right? Yes. Okay, now I'm going to take a chance on this. I don't think the Pretty Peacock is, or the Misty Moonlight is going to show up as well as I want it to show up. So I am going to come in and I'm actually going to use the Misty Moonlight, and if it works, I'll just continue on using it. If not, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come in and I'm going to show you another thing that you can actually do with this. So hopefully this is inked up enough. Let me just double check that. So this is a bigger stamp. Says thinking of you, so I'm just going to go on a scrap piece of paper and give it a go. See how dark it comes. Oh, that's pretty good. So I'm going to come back with this and we're going to ink this up. Going to go with this thinking of you. Whoops, I've got to do this fairly quick. So I have my clear embossing powder. So it's just going to go here. Coming in with my clear embossing powder. And you'll see how this will all of a sudden take a different form. So we're going to heat that up again. So see, no layers on this one. And because I used my clear, it is now going to pop more with the misty moonlight. And I should have done this before I glued it on. So there you go, thinking of you on there. This is that type of a look that you can do this, but just like we just made 3 very simple cards. Do I want to put some of that on there? Maybe I'll just leave it. I think I'll just leave it without any of that. So simple cards to make for beginner stampers. Just like that. And then these are retiring. These gems, these are the Tinsel Gems 3-pack. And they have a beautiful misty moonlight in there as well. So let me just cover these embossing powders up. And then I'm just going to go in and put those in there. And then we can show you some of the cards in that. All right, so we're just going to go here, put one here, and another one. And we're just going to put that right there where the eye would be. So there we go, using this easy peasy. Yes, it looks really good on there. So with you in mind, using, there's that one, there's this one, and then there's this one. And like I say, 3 simple cards with thank you, thinking of you. I love that, thinking of you. That could be used for anybody that's having, you know, some troubles at this point right now. Yeah. So there we go. Using that with you in mind. So I accidentally bought 2 of these. I think I got them for free. So one of my participants at my retreat is going to be lucky to get the stamp set. All right, so there we go. There are the cards. Easy, right? Using this stamp set. All right, so I want to show you some cards and 3D things. Not that many 3D things because they're all up in another box. But let's go ahead and show some more cards. And these were ones I got in swaps. And yeah, I'll show you these. Okay. One of them I'm really excited to show you. All right, so this one, it came with, it was like this, and it was all tied together. And using that other one, and I'm going to show you what she gave all of us. She gave all of us one of these. So it had my name on it. It had 2025 in Brisbane on it. So that was included right in there. So that was kind of cool. So that was a 3D project for us. Here's a card. Like I say, I haven't even really opened these cards up because, yeah, I kind of ran out of time. This one was done by Bev Donahoe. And she also, she did this with You Are Remarkable. And this is one of those box cards. And oh, I like this. Friends are like flowers in the garden of life. This is a beautiful card using that textured stuff. So that was another one that I got. This ribbon here, this wild wheat, is retiring, just to let you know. So there's that. I want to keep these with it just in case I go to do a card and then I can give them credit. This is a double box fancy fold card. And this was done by, did she not put a name in here? Oh, this is like a pop-up box fold card using the terrific toadstools. Oh, this is Leah Dale. Nice card, very nice. I like the neutral colors of the toadstools, and then using that elements one. What was it called? Something elements. Can you remember? I am so mixed up with names and everything else, but beautiful card, Leah. Then there's this one. Then there was this one, and this one was done Debbie Heineman. It's great to meet her down there. This is using our friends. Oh, and this, I don't think she was in our swap. But anyways, this uses the Storybook Friends. And I like how she went and she textured this part here with the detailed, or the textured tile die. Very cute. All right. This one I'm interested to see what it is. This is using that really nice scrapbooking stuff. This was done by Rhonda Lately. And she used the Everyday Happiness stamps. Oh my goodness, look at this card. They really, they went with 6x6 cards. Look at this. What a beautiful card. I could adapt that to go into, to make that a regular card, but beautiful card. Wow, thank you. All right, so that's all. No, do I have more? No. I have probably another 12 or 13 three-dimensional ones. So there was those. And then this is a couple of 3D things that I got. This one, she made a box. And oh, this was a box that was just given to me. I think she's a follower, and you know what? I don't know what her name is, but look at these chocolates. There's Wilma Wombat, Eddie and Cheetah, Remy Roo, and Coco Koala. Is that ever cute? Now, I have some chocolates here, but they went in something else, so we'll make sure that we did this. Now, this was made with the Happy Hibiscus. Wow, she did lots of work on that. All right, this is the one that I wanted to show you. This was given to all of my team. She came up and she said, this is for you. So this is a beautiful box that she made. And look, she made this. And this, it's the abalone. And she made a necklace for all of us. Is that not just gorgeous? I tell you, the people down in Australia just spoiled to us rotten. But look at that beautiful necklace. And you know what? I don't remember her name. Oh, I'm hoping that Lorraine or Sandra can help me. But what a beautiful way to do this. This worked out really good on that paper and everything else. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful things that we got. And like I say, I have more to show you. This is done like a matchbox thing. So, but beautiful. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'm just going to put these cards back down there. I hope you enjoyed that. And like I say, on Saturday, what I'll do is I'll show some more 3D projects when I do my, at 10 o'clock Pacific time, and that's when I do my weekly sketch. Hello, Dorothy. Thanks, Marge. Anyways, so don't forget to join me. Remember, if you like this, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do that. Remember that if you do live in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, that I'd love to work with you. And even if you have your own demonstrator, I'd love to help out if you have any ideas and that sort of stuff that you'd like to see me do. Saturday is sketch challenge, and I'm probably going to use something new. And remember to create, because it's great for the soul. So we will see you at 10 o'clock Pacific time on Saturday. Bye for now.